Hello and welcome everyone. In this video tutorial, we will discuss about the concept of polymorphism in Python. Now, we have discussed this thing that in Python, the polymorphism is been implemented in different ways. So, we will start off this video by discussing how polymorphism is been implemented using inbuilt function. Then we will discuss an example where we will understand how it has been implemented using user-defined function. Then we will discuss how polymorphism has been implemented in classes, and in the last we will discuss how it has been utilized in inheritance. So without any further delay, let's jump to the topic and let's first understand what basically is polymorphism. This term polymorphism is been derived from two Greek words, where the first word is poly, which means many, and the second word is morphism, which means forms. So in general, the term polymorphism refers to having multiple forms. Now in Python, polymorphism refers to an object's capacity to acquire multiple forms, and in simple terms, polymorphism enable us to carry out a single activity in a variety of ways. Now let us consider an example of polymorphism from real life scenario. For instance, there is a person named John, which is an employee when he is at work. However, when he is at home, he is a husband. As a result, depending upon the circumstance, the same person assumes different forms. In the similar way, based upon the class type or the data type, a method can handle objects in polymorphism in variety of ways. In Python, there are several ways to apply polymorphism. See, we can define polymorphism utilizing functions, class methods, or even objects. Let's first understand how we can implement polymorphism using built-in function, and we will understand this thing with the help of an example. Now in Python, there is an inbuilt function with name len. Now this inbuilt function determines the object's length based upon its data type. For instance, the function will return the number of characters in a string if the object type is string, and if the object is a list, then in that case it will return the number of items available in the list. Here on the screen you can see one example. So what we have done, we have defined a variable with the name, and the data type of this variable is string because we have defined string type value. Then we have defined a list with name employee underscore names, and we have defined a set of string type values in it. Now when I use this length function on names variable, then in that case it will return the length of the string. So in James there are 5 characters, that's why it has returned 5 as a result. And when I use this length function on the list, it will return the count of number of items which are there in the list. So in employee underscore names, there are 6 elements are there in the list, that's why it has returned 6 as a result. Now let's move forward and let's discuss another example where we will discuss about the concept of polymorphism in user defined function, and we will do that with the help of an example also. Now here you can see another example where we have defined this function with name sum, and this sum function takes 3 arguments, x, y, and z, and for z we have defined a default value as 0. Now the role of this sum function is to return the sum of all 3 values. Now what will happen if I don't specify the value for z? In that case it will automatically take the value of z as 0. So when I use this function sum and specify only the value, only 2 arguments, then the first argument will goes as x, second argument will goes as y, and for the third argument, which is z, it will automatically take it as 0. But what if I want to specify the value for z? We can do that as well. So if I specify the third argument, it will automatically take that third argument as the value of z. So if I execute this and if I show you the result, so when I pass 2 arguments, it has calculated the sum for the 2 values and take the value of z as 0. And when I specify all 3 values, then it has neglected the value of z as 0 and used the value of z as 44. Now I hope with this you all understand how polymorphism has been implemented in user defined and as well as in built-in functions. Let's move forward and let's discuss how it has been implemented in terms of classes. So here you can see another example. What we have done in this, we have defined a class named car, and then we have defined a constructor which takes 2 arguments, name and model, and we are setting the value of name and model from the argument value that we will pass to this car class. Then we have defined another method with name info. Now what this info method will do, it will return a string which will consist of name and model of the car. After defining this car class, we have defined another class with name vehicle, and for that also we have done the same thing. We have specified a constructor which takes name and model as an argument and specify the value for it. Then we have defined another a method info. So just like car class, the vehicle class also have the info function, and this method will also return information related to the vehicle. So here the string was car name is this, and the car model will be the value of model that we specify as an argument. And in the same manner it will return a string where it will return vehicle name as the value of the name value that we specify, and the vehicle model as the value of the model that we specify as an argument. Then we define the objects related to both car class, where we have specified the value for name as Honda Civic, and we have also specified the model. In the same manner, we have defined the object for v underscore object, and we have also specified the name and model for that. Then what we have done, we have used a for loop. Now what this for loop will do, it will iterate over each object, and we are using this iteration variable to fetch the value of info method for both the classes. So here on the screen you can see the result for both of them. So first it has returned the string value which is defined in the info method of the car class, and then it has returned the string which is defined in the info method of the vehicle class. Now let's discuss one more example where we will discuss about polymorphism in terms of inheritance. So here you can see another example. Now in this example we have defined the class as states. Then we have defined two methods. First one is intro, and it will print some information related to United States. Then there is another method info, which will also print some information, for example currency of United States and the capital of United States. Then we have defined a derived class. Now we have named this class as California, and it has been derived from the states class, and this class will basically override the info method which is defined in the states class. So in states class we have defined the info method which was returning the currency and capital. Then we have override this info method in the California class, which will return the state name as California, area and population for that. Then we have defined the object for both states and California class, and when we use the object defined for the states class, in that case the info method will return this information which is given in the states class. But when we define the object for California class and then we utilize the info method, it will return the information which is defined in the info method of the California class. Now if I execute this, here you can see it has returned information for both the classes differently. So in this way we can utilize polymorphism by using the concept of method overriding in Python. So with this we have come to the end of this tutorial session where we have learned about the concept of polymorphism. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will see you in the next one.